got a little selfie stick on me now, and what I'm going to do is just take you and show you what Steve's been doing to the car. The MR2 Adventure continues. We just close the door so the dog doesn't get out. So it's a lovely, lovely rainy day here in Stoke, and let me just show you what he's taken off so far. 2 calipers, 2 brake pads, 2 brake discs.
2 halves of
2 halves of calipers. So Steve, what's been going on?
I've managed to get to hammer the caliper off the offside disc. I had to tap the one on the near side, but the other halves are still stuck on because the banjo bolts hold the brake line to the caliper are all knackered. So I need mould grips, which I haven't got. These discs actually don't look bad.
Right.
They actually look, there's plenty of meat on them, unless the one on the offside warped because it got mega hot.
Right.
You couldn't actually move the wheel, but they look alright to me.
So does that mean they just need a bit of a clean up and maybe go back on again, or?
Yeah, we can probably use those again. The pads, you can tell that's the one off. The offside, the one which is sticking, because is it that one? Yeah, that's the one. You can see it's actually breaking down because it's got so hot. This is the one off the near side, and they're not very old. These haven't been done long.
No, they did say when we bought the car that they hadn't been done long. But you know, as we know, MR2s and brakes are a problem.
The calipers, I suspected, needed a service. They are PPF pads.
Does that mean anything?
No. Yeah, they're made by PPF.
Okay.
Which is probably a factory in China that also makes hand grenades and insecticide.
Okay.
And key rings.
Everything else that they make in China.
That stuff that you get off Wish.
Yeah.
Only kidding.
No.
So that's the other half. The clip's still in. The clips come off that, but you should get these in a brake repair in a set of pads, because those pads I wouldn't want to use them.
No, we get new pads for it.
Because they've been overheated. And I'm going to get the other half off. I need mould grips or some very, very strong Stilsony type spanners, which I ain't got.
Okay.
But actually, under the wells there's no rust.
Yeah, good.
Clean. There's no fluid leaks.
Fabulous.
As far as I can see. There's plenty of brake pressure. The piston, both calipers could probably do with a strip down and rebuild. Or we'll send them off to the people on Facebook who can do it. I'll send them both. Which costs what? How much was it?
Oh, I can't remember.
60 quid?
Something like that. Maybe.
Well, a rebuild kit's 35, so he's probably...
Yeah.
He probably gets a rebuild kit and
doesn't.
And charges
for his how long it takes, really. Yeah.
For which he is a hero, and I have no problem paying.
Okay.
So yes, and now I'm just looking at the start of getting off the steering UJ. The first thing we're going to do is jolly old WD.
And you're just spraying that on the UJ, yeah?
Yeah, to get into the crusty old bolts.
I believe you've already had a problem with the bolts on the brakes, is that right?
I've got them off.
Oh, right, okay.
Good. But it's just banjo bolts that hold the brake line into the banjo bolt into the caliper. So,
okay.
I must remember to turn the steering wheel just to get the joint on the other side. I must remember to wipe the steering wheel when I finish, because I have black hands. So the next time Sheena gets in the car to drive it, which shouldn't be too long now, she'll get black hands and I'll get in trouble.
That's all right. Clever man.
Right, back under here. See what's what.
Does that like cover both sides then when you turn it? Because it's all right. I'm a little bit stupid regarding these affairs. You see, I know nothing about car engines and stuff. Thankfully, Steve does the mechanic-y type things.
Oh, that is well mucky.
Yeah, isn't it? It's really horrid down there.
At least you can reach it. It's better than I thought.
Well, we thought we were going to have to strip out the dashboard and everything, so that's really good because we can actually get to it.
So the next stage is to go inside, well, tidy up because it's raining.
It
Drink
is.
your tea, sort out all the bits so we don't lose them, and then watch a video on YouTube of how to change an MR2 UJ and steering shaft. There is one, I've actually watched it, but I'm going to watch it again.
Is that just to refresh it or just to kind of...
Just so I know how to
do it. So there you go, I'm just going to leave Steve with the bits of car that it's all kind of taken apart right now. I don't know if you can see that. Get back where the... Oh, don't bump into the bins. Hang on. There you go, so it's all taken apart and on stands. No, it should be okay. And that's it really. But I wanted to kind of keep a vlog of the work we were doing to the car because I'm learning stuff and I like learning. Hang on a minute, let me sit this way because the light's this way. So yeah, I'm quite enjoying this. It's a lot of fun. I've always been interested in cars. And the first thing I wanted to do when I was 17 was to learn how to drive. So that's something that was a lifelong ambition for me. So, and when I was in my 20s, and I did promise myself an MR2 at some point, mainly when I was a nursing student, and I said to myself, I'm going to have an MR2 when I'm qualified. Now, I never actually qualified, so I don't really deserve this car. But Steve, in his infinite wisdom, finding out that that was my sort of ultimate dream car, decided to buy me one. This is why we're in the... Anyway, you know the score from last time. It failed its MOT, so we've got to put some things right on it. The brakes being a big problem. They're a big problem with Toyota MR2s, apparently, according to the forums. And so we kind of know what we're dealing with, and we've had a lot of people offer lots of solutions and advice, which is brilliant because, you know, where would we be without the internet, you know? So yeah, so it is a beautiful car, and it will get to a point very soon where it is usable, and that's what I want. I want to get it back on the road. I was hoping to get back on the road before the weather changed. Unfortunately, we now have a little bit of rain, although it's a bit welcome for the garden. The garden's one of the other projects we're going to do, but that's next year probably. So yeah, so this is kind of our little project together, me and Steve. I'm kind of just standing around and handing him things, and he's there kind of doing the mechanicy bits and getting mucky. So anyway, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.